Hello Namibia and hello startups. It's yet another exciting episode of Campfire Series. My name is Absai Haidua. I'm joined by Helena Amelo, our sign language interpreter. Tonight it's Klein Vrijdag. It's very exciting, although we are not doing the usual fun part that we usually do. Welcome to Campfire Series, episode 12. I'm joined by our creative and very hands-on lady, a local entrepreneur. That's Kathy Namunjebo. Kathy, welcome to the show.
Okay, thank you.
Great. But before we start, as a norm on Campfire Series, we practicing our social distancing. We have disinfected the area. It's now safe to remove our masks. Then we can just speak freely.
Okay, thank you.
All right. Like I said, we are joined by Kathy Namunjebo from Kathy's Joinery and Renovations. Oh, Kathy's Joineries and Renovations. We are very excited to be chatting to her tonight. So I'm sure it's going to be an awesome, excellent show. Before we're going to start now. Maybe Kathy, what you can tell us about yourself.
Okay, good day to everybody. Okay, they call me Ms. Hood, the joinery queen, the one and only in Namibia, the first female carpenter in my country, Namibia. Yes, that's me.
All right. So which one is it, Miss Kathy or Miss Wood? Which one do you prefer?
Miss Hood is known by many. And I know my president also called me Miss Hood. So, but now the joinery queen, it's the one I would love to.
The joinery queen. You heard
Yes.
it from Kathy, the joinery queen.
Queen of Namibia.
The joinery queen of Namibia. That's the new name.
Yes.
All right. Now, Kathy, tell us about your family and growing up.
Okay, I grew up in Swakopmund. We are a family of 6. I'm the firstborn. Yes. I'm a Mondesa girl, a young entrepreneur. I started business at a very early age, and then I moved to the city after high school. So I schooled all my years in Swakopmund.
Right. Now, did you have a very enterprising family that was involved in business in that business?
I know basically business is from home. When you read my surname, it already tells you about business already when you speak about the Namjebo. So most of us, we are in business. So business is from home, grandfather, father, aunties. So most of us are in business.
Right. Now, from business to, but you talking about you doing joinery.
Yes.
So please, maybe tell us, how did joinery come into your life?
Okay, grew up in Swakopmund, I said, and most of our things in Swakop are made in wood, and we had several women that are into carpentry there, the German ladies specifically, and I fell in love with wood and I decided when I finished one day, and being at a technical high school also, Gamaina by that time, in Swakop, and it inspired me to do something different from most of the women.
All right. Talking about how you started, maybe you can tell us, or let's talk about heroes. Who is that person that changed your mindset and put yours into a superwoman mode?
Okay, firstly, my aunt, my aunt, Auntie Martha Namunjebo Tilahun, and the First Lady, of course. And The third person is Miss Obama, Michelle Obama. Those three people inspire me in business.
Okay, I think I'm tired of pretending now. You can please tell us what is joinery.
Okay, joinery is I'm a joiner, so I can also join people together. I'm joking. Anyway, joiners, we work with furnitures. We join furnitures together. We manufacture furnitures. You know, it's a woodworker and a joiner is, let's say, it's almost the same people, but then a joiner is somebody that's worked more with boards, like manufacturing of kitchen cabinets or shoe racks and all those things. And a woodworker is the person that's worked more with solid wood. The people who manufacture solid beds and tables, those that plane, for example, like the people at Trackport at Smbabasia, those are called woodworkers.
Woodworkers.
Yes.
Great.
But I did both.
Okay.
Yeah.
Now, what is
carpentry and joinery?
Okay. Now, do those meet, or those different terms that you mentioned? Do they meet somewhere?
Yes. Yes. Because carpenters do roofs.
Yeah.
You know, so when a house is built, first you call a carpenter.
Okay.
But I see nowadays, because of development, people are using more solid now. Like they use more metal. But in the older days, or like in Swakopmund, the colder areas, or in Germany, they still use they still manufacture their furnitures or their roofs with wood, and those are done by carpenters or woodworkers. Yes.
Right. Now let's talk about your business, and let's talk about your business. How do you, or do you? Or let me rephrase, actually. It's like, so what type of products do you offer, and how many people do you currently work with?
Okay, we manufacture a lot, but mostly, like I say, we concentrate more on manufacturing of furnitures. For example, like office furnitures, office counters, or school chairs, or repair of old broken school chairs or kitchen cabinets and all those. So we concentrate more on manufacturing of cupboards, like cabinets. Any kind of cupboards, you call it, like every building needs cupboards, so that's what we deal with.
All right, so you really make, you make pretty stuff.
Yes, I beautify people's houses.
Great. Okay, now do you only work at your, or in your workshop, or do you also do house calls?
Okay, most of the time what I do at the factory mostly is just small things to show the people passing by that we manufacture furnitures, but most of the time we go to people's houses. So we get calls, I come to your house, I design your kitchen, or I design your counter or reception counter that you want, or I go on calls. Because for me to give you a price, I need to come to your house and take measurements and do calculations, and then I will then now tell you how much will it cost. Because there's a lot of calculation involved in joinery. And that's why people don't love math, tough luck.
Oh, so you're also very good at punching in numbers.
Yes, you have to be good. If you need to try to be good. Because if you don't know math, then there is a lot of calculation, I say. Because if you buy a board, the board need to be cut in small pieces. So that's what we normally come to your house to measure, and then we design. Yes.
Exactly. All right. Now, at which point, because now you're talking, you're more passionate, and so maybe tell us, at which point did you decide to join or to do joinery?
Okay, after high school, when I finished my high school, I then enrolled with VTC, Windhoek Vocational Education Center, the Windhoek Vocational here in Windhoek. And then I worked for a certain German company that have sent me to Germany, so I was in Germany for 1 year. And it really inspired me a lot, seeing this lot of German ladies on top of the buildings. Like I say, they actually made houses from scratch, made in wood, most of them. So it's it inspired me more when I went to Germany, seeing a lot of women entrepreneurs, of women artisans. Yes, that's what inspired me more. And then that's what I'm also trying to put in other people's lives, what I have learned in Germany and what I've learned in VTC.
So it's really not just a men's world to do joinery or be on top of the roofs, making or fixing stuff.
No. I condemn it. Women empowerment. When we talk about women empowerment, that's what of. So yeah.
Okay, great. Now, while we are at it, we are in 2020, but women, especially young women, have to face daily discrimination, and they are judged. They are judged by what they do. Do you also get raised eyebrows when you talk about your career?
Yes, it does happen every time. Because when somebody calls me looking for cupboards or wants furniture, then when they hear a woman speaking, then some will think, will she be able to do it? But without them knowing that women can do it actually better. Because when I come to your house as a woman and I come to your kitchen, I design it like my own kitchen, because most of us, like a woman, I know how to manufacture a kitchen more than a man. I sit then with that fellow woman, and then we design the kitchen nicely according to the woman way. I know we need spice rack, we need wine cellars, we beautify the kitchen. So, and I've also realized when you go to VTC, there will be more ladies that will enroll, and then later they will drop out. Why? Because they are feeling like, I don't know, intimidated, or feel that this field is for men. It's actually a little bit tough, but if you want something, you have to go for it.
Exactly.
Yes.
Now, which Namibian upcoming business, which Namibian upcoming business do you look up to, and why?
No, I look up to myself.
You're also coming up.
Yes, I'm also coming up. So because I have a new idea that I'm doing now currently, where I train apprenticeship kids. I have deaf kids that are at Vinto Vocational right now, and also I am thinking, or I thought of the kids that are in the stadium in Kommersdal, that those street kids. So yeah, I have been sitting and thinking, what will happen to those kids while I am here with the skills? And I have been approved by NTA to do apprenticeship with the kids that I have. If the government or anybody, Ministry of Education or anybody out there with NTA at large, if they can help me to train some of those kids to become carpenters, to become artisans, to be business women or business ladies or businessmen one day, then they are off from the street. So I look up to myself, because I have a dream from my youth. I have a bright dream for my street kids, the deaf children, you know. One thing about the deaf kids, most of them are left out because they did not finish grade 12 or grade 10. So with me, apprenticeship, as long as you know how to read, I then train you how to manufacture the bed, how to manufacture a table, then that person can become an entrepreneur, become a business somebody on his own. It's only that I cannot do it alone, because like I said, my trade is one of the expensive trade in vocational education. Our machineries are very expensive. But for me to get a chance to train those kids to become entrepreneurs one day, those who are in VTC, to be part of VTC, to join those ones that are in VTC. So I'm looking up to anybody who's willing to help me to train those kids, not to go back to the streets again, especially those ones in Kommersdal Stadium, those which are called street kids. They can also become somebody one day. So they can become entrepreneur one day. when they are trained how to manufacture things, to do things on their hands. There are people who cannot read or academically smart, but they can do things with their hands. And that's what I'm looking up to myself.
Yeah. So you really, you're saying that it's not really academic, it's not only academic skills that will get you up there, but also your inborn skills and your talent.
Yeah, talking about artisans, I feel artisans are the most important people on this planet. Because what you see, every building that is built, they are built by artisans. And artisans are from vocational, from VTC, or artisans are from College of the Arts. People who work with their hands, creative. And that's what we need for Africa at large, to build Africa and Namibia at large. Definitely. Build Africa and really make it beautiful. Yes. and prosperous. Right. Before we take a break, I just want to tell you, this is actually a last call for the NYC, that's National Youth Council of Namibia's Equipment Aids Grant, or Equipment Aid Grants. In order for you to apply, you should be a Namibian between the ages of 18 and 35. The business must be registered, fully registered, and also should be in operation for the past 6 months before applying for the support. The business should also be in one of the prioritized sectors which are listed on the website. For more information, you can go to nyc.org.na. That is nyc.org.na for you to get more information. And the deadline for this application is Monday, 24th of August. So really go out there and have a look at that NYC Equipment Aid Grant. It's available on their website, which I've mentioned, and see how you can go with it, and all the best. We're going to take a break. We'll be right back.
During the time of COVID, it's important to take the necessary precautions. Follow these steps when using your tippy tap. Step 1. Wash your hands with soap water. Once you are done with the soap water, wash your hands with clean water in order to rinse the soap off. Make sure to continue to follow all the necessary precautions and play your part in fighting COVID-19. During the time of COVID, it's important to take the necessary precautions. Follow these steps when using the public toilet. Make sure to go with your sanitizer and some toilet rolls. Firstly, sanitize your hands. Then, grab a roll of toilet paper and put some sanitizer on it. After that, wipe the toilet seat using the roll. When you are done with your business, make sure to wash your hands with soap and water. Make sure to continue to follow all the necessary precautions and play your part in fighting COVID-19.
Welcome back, Campfire Series. This is episode 11 or excuse me, episode 12 of Campfire Series. I'm joined by the queen or joinery queen of Namibia.
Yes.
Yeah. So let's get on with our interview.
Yes.
Maybe now tell me between technical skills and the business side, which is your favorite?
I don't know if I choose both, because business is in me. I started business very young, but mostly I think technical, because I love designing kitchens. I love designing furnitures. So I think, let me take both, business and technical, then 50-50.
All right. Why actually are you taking both?
Because I am a technical somebody.
Yeah.
If you read on my business card today, is technical expert, you see. So I am a technical somebody, and I'm also a business somebody. So I take both, and that's 50-50.
All right. So how do you deal with the aspects of business that you do not like?
Sorry, I just don't like a business where I'm sitting and not doing anything, or just like maybe but like a security guard, just guiding, doing nothing, sitting.
But he's guiding.
But yes, he's guiding, but then not doing anything. I love working with my hands. I love doing something with my hands. That's why I call myself technical expert.
So
when you look at my nails, they are looking beautiful but short, because I cannot.
So
I'm always touching wood and machinery. So yeah.
So you're actually a hands-on person. So you like more practical stuff.
Yes, artisan. I am an artisan, so we work more with our hands and our brain.
Excellent. Now, what part does innovation play in your business? Let's talk a little bit about Kathy's Joineries and Renovations.
Okay, innovation, when I design my kitchens differently than what are designed by men, or adding value to my cupboards, beautify them a little bit, you know. And like for example, when I tell people about business, business, you can start small, even from the backyard of your house. But look at your neighbor, what he's selling. Don't sell what your neighbor is selling. Try to see something different. If it's the same business, then, for example, if they are making dresses, then start up with make African in tires, maybe Nigerian way, or not everybody just a Shwambo dress. For example, when I was in Angola, I'm telling you, those people don't care. They are selling in the line from here to 20 meters from here. They are just selling. But then with our people, it's a little bit different. They will not want to do what the other person is doing. No, maybe I must not do it because he's doing it. No, just do it nice. Do it your own way. You see. Yeah, it's just to put in a little bit.
So it's all about adding an extra flair to what you're doing.
Yes, and that's what I normally do with my kitchens, ladies. Joinery Queen is here, so she can do it
all
better.
Right. You're talking more about kitchens. What else does Kathy's Joineries and Renovations do?
I've mentioned a few. Mostly we concentrate on furniture making, manufacturing of any kind of furniture, especially that is made with boards, because wood is more expensive in my country, so we use more boards. For example, like bed, baby cots, ladies' shoe cupboards, bookshelves. Yeah, it's quite a lot. It's quite a list, so I'll not finish it. And the second thing that the Kathy's Joinery do is apprenticeship. Apprenticeship, where I train now the kids, joint venture with VTC. VTC give them classes and I come give them then practical. And also taking in students that are studying, and that's now in-service training. But I stop it a little bit because now you train this child to give them in-service training for free. They are using your machines, they are breaking your board, so now I'm concentrating on apprenticeship, where I train the unskilled people who can work with their hands.
I want to take you back there where you said breaking your machines. So you really don't want to work with vocational students, or?
No, I've been training them.
Yeah.
All the vocationals in Namibia here. You talk of Enana, I talk of Zambezi, Rundu. I've been taking those kids in for many years, but I've stopped. Because at the end of the day, you are giving this child skilled for nothing, for charity. They are using your boards. They still want to be paid. They are using your machineries. Because they are learning, they are still breaking them. Then you can also not make that child to pay, because the child cannot afford to pay. He's just a student. Maybe for bigger companies, but then you found these girls that just want to be at your company because they are inspired by me.
Yeah.
Then they want to be in my company. Some say, Miss Kathy, even if I'm just working for free, as long as I'm getting skills from you.
Yeah.
You know, how do you draw this? How do you come up with that? Because most of the time when they come, I teach them also how to draw the cupboards and how to draw the kitchens. We concentrate more on kitchens because we want to compete with men, just to show them that women can do it better. Yeah. And we need more women in joinery industry, seriously, because shoe racks is ladies. Then you need to design it nicely with handbag on the side. We talk of kitchen. Kitchen is now where women are needed. And that's why even if it's a husband or a man that call me, I want my kitchen to be done. Then when I come in that house, I need a woman.
Yeah.
If the man is not married, then he call his sister, because we need to sit and design. And men are colorblind. Women can choose nice colors for their kitchens.
Right.
Yes.
So is that why they call you a joinery queen of Namibia?
Yes, because I love my trade. I never quit. There's ladies that were together. Some are now working in hospitals. Some become nurses. Some become teachers. But I am still in my line.
Yeah.
I'm still running my race.
Yeah, maybe while you, because I really like the fact that you stick to that, and it's really inspirational to see a lady doing or having having a drill and what do you call, jigsaw?
Yeah, jigsaw and circular saws and all that.
Yeah,
yes.
and all of that.
Yes.
So what do you really think is making ladies drop out, or what can make women or women to really join that trade?
I have explained from the beginning that most women drop out because it's a little bit dusty. It's not really clean, especially from school, from VTC. It's a little bit dusty. You need to put on your mask every time. Yeah. You need to sanitize your hands. Some of us, we are already used to sanitize because it's dust. And So we need more ladies, especially in Namibia. Because I have represented my country in few SADC countries. Then 2012, I was in Angola, where I made a research. You know, we go as entrepreneurs, but for me, when I go there, I also make a research to find out how many female carpenters do we have in this specific country. Angola, none. Zambia, we had, and I met some, and which has inspired me so much to see in Zambia there's a lot. And even in Zimbabwe, I was in Harare, I met some ladies that are doing carpentry, but in my country, there is a few, but most of them drop out. And this is what I don't want. I want us to push, I want us to compete with men. I want us to, you know, because if you're a woman, people will believe in you because you are doing something different, you know. Yeah, more artisans are needed in this country, especially female. Don't worry, it can be dirty now, but now it's clean to me. I'm not dust anymore.
I mean, it's what do they say about it's
clean money,
dirty,
it's dirty,
but the
clean
money is clean.
Yes.
Great.
Yeah.
We have a comment from Luce Helmut. My kitchen needs a touch here in Tamariskia. That's
my hometown.
So that's your customer, eh?
Yes, thank you, thank you.
All right.
Thank you.
Also, how do you reach your clients, or how do you reach your clients while not having money, or while not having any money?
Okay, I use my datas most of the time. So my datas are used up on marketing on Facebook, Instagram, and then most of the time it's marketing that marketing it's actually the key. Even though we are not doing it the top notch, but we get there. And also I learned something in Zimbabwe where I met a friend that's bake cakes. So that girl used to go to, if there's soccer, she'll go with a flyer, put on the cars, and then she go to post office and give all her card where you pay 40 cents. So that's what I also do in my country now. It's only now because of this pandemic and stuff. So, but when there's soccer or anything, I just go, I put my flyer on the cars, or we go to NAMPOST. I ask this NAMPOST, how many post boxes do you have? And then I give my card or my flyer.
Wow, that's
and mostly Facebook.
Right. That is actually that's a very good way of putting yourself out there in the market as well.
Yeah, because nobody will know you if you're not marketing. We might not be doing it the top-notch way because we cannot afford to be on the screen and to be on the radio and such. But yeah, we do a little that we can afford.
Now, and also, okay, we also, now to the viewers, if you have comments or questions that you'd want to ask Kathy, please feel free to drop them into our comment boxes or comment box on our social media platform, and we will gladly take them as we carry on with the show. Now we have Loise Katanga. Kathy is right. We need to change this mindset that young people should be book smart. I still want to go back there where it's because I don't know if it's maybe career guidance that we are lacking or I don't know what it is, or maybe we really just want to sit in offices and with air conditioned and really look cool and think we're making money like that. What other, or how do you advise people that want to start?
Okay, you know, one thing I've learned is, especially people from the north, when they hear, sorry guys, but when they hear my friend is at UNAM, then they just also go to UNAM and Polytech. There's just something about UNAM, Polytech, and IUM. But I don't know that the gold mine is vocationals. Vocational is the gold mine, guys. So enroll yourself in vocational education, you will not regret. I'm telling you, with this pandemic, we might also go through a lot of challenge, but you will not find somebody who finished in vocational or in VTC but struggling to get work. If I'm not working, then I'll make my small tables and sell on the road. If you are a welder, then they make small braai stands and sell. If they're electricians, they fix plugs, even as on the cheaper price, fixing stoves, things are breaking, so yeah. So we must forget about only running to UNAM. How many people do we have? How many nurses, how many teachers do we have who are not getting work? And remember, if you love to be a teacher, then you can also study in vocational and become a lecturer. Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yes.
That's actually very, very cool.
Yeah, 3 years in VTC, and then you go to Polytech further, if the Polytech is what you like. So then you can become a lecturer in the vocational again. And the good advantage also, you can open up a VTC later and then teach the other students that are coming up.
Excellent. Now it's all about bills, and bills.
I really don't even talk about it. I don't want to hear that.
So can you give some advice to our viewers and upcoming startups on how to deal with due payments and when there is just no money coming in at all?
Yeah. You know, when you start a business, what I always tell people, don't want to start big. Because you cannot jump a stair to the third stair. Obviously, you fall off.
You fall, yes.
So you need to go step by step.
Yeah.
My friends always asking me, why are you still in old compound?
Yeah.
Because it's what I can afford. Now you want me to go to Prosperita for a building that is 15,000 that I cannot even make per month. So you need to do your business where you can afford, you see. And for example, also, you know, I also mentor my students when they come, because I always have a say, when you finish in Kathy's joinery, I don't want to hear that person is not a business somebody, because I'm pushing you and I'm training you to be a businessman or a businesswoman. So I always talk about that. Don't go and rent a building that you cannot afford. First, start wherever you can afford, even if you are sharing with somebody. You end up not be able to pay the rent because the place where you went, you cannot afford it. So look at where can you afford. That's why I'm still at Katutura Old Compound, because it's where I can afford. You see, even though it's small now, but in this country there's no land. You have applied for land and there's no land issue. Land issue is making us to be also in the complexes there. So, and yeah, but basically it's just do your business from an area that you can afford.
So it's really...
So you don't have a lot of debts, find yourself in debts. You cannot afford the building, or your things are taken by lawyer and all those things. Yeah.
So it's really to live within your means and,
yes.
and not to really just do it for impressing the society.
Yes, no. Or just maybe you want to live in Kleine Kupe, but your salary cannot afford to pay the flat that you are taking in. So live wherever you can afford.
Excellent.
Yeah.
Now, on that note, the COVID-19 pandemic, the COVID-19 pandemic has worked or wreaked havoc on the economy, including small businesses. How did you cope?
Oh, hectic. It's so bad. I don't even want to think about it. Like for us, we had lockdown, and municipality will not tell you that you had lockdown. They will still want you to pay. So it was so quite challenging, where I even had to let go of some of my employees. For now, I only have 3, to be honest, unfortunately. I have only 3, and then waiting for my students that are at VTC, because I cannot accommodate, I cannot even afford to pay them. Yeah. And even our clients cannot pay. Now you have to charge them 40%. Guys, I'm at 40% now. Okay, you need to charge them 40% of the material cost, not 60 and 50 anymore, because with this, everybody don't have money in the country. So that's what made me also to retrench most of my workers. And then those that are there working on commission. So whatever we get, then we share that little that we have. If you fix a chair, then one go to the workshop, electricity, and then one go to you, that $50 or $20. So this COVID-19 have really, I can't say so, yeah. But yeah.
Yeah. Now I've seen you've talked about, but I've also experienced it in the industry in terms of pricing, and I just feel like some of the things really went up, which I thought it was ridiculous. Do you think that's, and then they tell you it's COVID-19? Do you
yes.
think it's really COVID-19 that's affecting, or it's maybe just an excuse to rip us off?
It is COVID-19, because most of our things are imported from South Africa. And then I'm sure the transportation will not be the same again. And then with us, even if the boats are expensive, if you end up then charging the clients expensive, then you will not get clients. And that's why we stick on 40% of material cost. And yeah, everything is imported, everything, boards, everything is import. So we depend from South Africa, so everything will be expensive, and our prices cannot go up. I cannot charge a wardrobe 3,000 anymore. It's need to be less. Otherwise, you'll not get clients, and then you'll not be able to pay your rent. Yeah. And that's what we are going through now. So it's quite challenging. And then I had to let go of my employees, because then they were telling us we have to apply for the grant from Social Security, having a team of 17 people. But then at the end, nobody got paid. It was so sad. People can't afford to pay their rent. Social Security did not support us. Some of the employees did not even get the $750. So it's so sad. It's really sad. Yeah, it's painful, but there's nothing we can do. We just look up to God and then pray for them.
Yeah. Now, still, while I know it's difficult times, but I mean, I want my kitchen fixed, but can you still give me a discount?
Yeah, that's what I'm saying now on 40%, 40% of the material cost. It all depends. There are clients that want to buy their own materials, and then there are times that I then have to go speak to my supplier, like Timber X, or maybe Namibia Joinery, or Mega Board. The few that we have here, then you speak to them. I have this client, guys, can we negotiate? But still, they cannot give you a discount, so much discount on the material. But then what you do is let the client then pay their material, and then you just charge a little for labor that you are doing. Otherwise, then if you charge high, then you'll not get clients. And then we all depend from you. With you guys, I'm nothing, you know. You can still be nothing without me, but I'm nothing without you guys. I depend from you guys.
Well, that's how business goes.
Yes, you guys are more important in my life anyway.
Great. Now, let's still talk about Kathy's Joineries and Renovations.
Yes.
Now, do you innovate a lot in your in your work? And maybe please give us some examples.
Like I said, I love my hood. I love my hood. I'm proud to be a woodworker or carpenter or joinery king, whatever you tell me. And that's what I always, and I'm always encouraging, because my aim is to have a lot of women on board. Every beginning of the year, I go through VTC because it's near, it's in the city and it's where I was schooling. So I go in, I check how many people are enrolled. Then I speak to those ladies, guys, I want to see you at the end of the day. Don't drop out, because we need a lot of women. We need people that can design kitchens properly, more than men. We need ladies that can, we need more women on board, more electricians, you know. There's always because we are promoting women empowerment. We need more electricians, we need more welders, we need more radio and TV technicians, you know. We need more carpenters, like especially carpenter, my trade. I need more ladies, guys. Come on board. Don't worry about the dust. It will just be there at VTC. But when you come in the industry, you know, clean money. Clean dirty hands,
clean money.
Yes.
All right. Now let's also talk more about that. Students. How do you get your students? I'm a student at maybe VTC or what's the other institution?
Enana Vocational. Even COSDAC. Or either kayak. So most of it, you know, I have a file full, you know, CVs. People want jobs. They want carpentry jobs. And they want to be trained how to manufacture furniture. But like I say, my trade is having a very expensive machineries. If there's somebody there out there, please, if you have drill machine, whatever, come give it to us. But my trade is very expensive. It's having, the secular saw is almost 300,000. And you want to give to empower these kids. I'm limited by the space, land. There's no land in this country. And Kathy's vocational is coming up soon. I still don't have land. But because when my school start, I want to concentrate more on manufacturing, to teach them how to manufacture. Because that's the main thing, how to make things with your own hands.
Now, because you're speaking so passionately about joinery, please maybe tell me, I just want to quickly put you on the spot, what are those tools that you don't really leave, or what are those tools in your handbag that you can't live without?
Okay,
maybe you should show us in the so
my tape.
Measuring tape?
My measuring tape, guys. It can be funeral, birthday, wedding. I'm always with this because you don't know where your client is. Among those people, there must be a client of mine. And it needs to be very, you know, it's 8 meters because you don't know how big is that building. So I always have, and it's always break my handbags. But I have no choice. I have to live with this. This is one of them. I don't leave it. It's always in my handbag. My pen, and then this, and a small piece of paper. Because,
Great. Oh, so your handbag is also your do you call it
my
toolbox?
Okay, it's my toolbox.
Right. We're going to take a second break, but before we go for a second break,
coffee.
Quick breather. So we have. I'm losing out on my So before we take another break, we have a nice surprise for you at the end of the show. So please, I hope you'll be watching until the end of the show. And you have to be the fastest. So at the end of the show, we're gonna give away a prize to one lucky winner. So do stay tuned. We'll be right back.
We know the world is a crazy place right now, but don't panic. Take a breath. Slow down. Or better yet, up completely, we'll still be here when everything settles down. In this time of uncertainty, look to nature. She has all the answers, you know. We're not only giving ourselves time to reset, we're giving nature time to restore, revive, restart. We're saving ourselves and we're saving the world. Stay home now so that we can welcome you to Namibia again soon. Yes, the world's a crazy place right now, but don't despair. Find the joy, cherish hope, breathe. Take a moment, take a few, and someday soon you'll once again be able to stare in wonder at this magnificent view. The world's a crazy place right now, but don't worry, we'll still be here. We'll see you again soon.
Welcome back, Campfire Series, episode 12. I'm joined by, I'm not going to call the other name anymore, but now she's officially the joinery queen of Namibia.
Yes.
All right. Now, please tell us more about the apprenticeship program that you're currently running.
Okay,
or
the
that's coming
apprenticeship.
up.
My aim is to have an apprenticeship center where I just train unskilled people are left out. People are just looking for grade 10, grade 12. What about those who don't have grade 10 and grade 12, but they are very talented with their hands or their brain? The person didn't fail because he's stupid. He can be failed because he's coming from, maybe doesn't have electricity at the place where he stayed when he was writing grade 10 or grade 12, or there's a lot of disadvantages. So apprenticeship is more, it's really needed. Like in Germany, they really take it very serious to train those who are unskilled or not much educated, but they can work with their hands. You see, apprenticeship that I'm doing now is, for example, like I tell you, it's deaf kids.
Yeah.
They are deaf, but one day they can be business ladies or businessmen. You see, a lot of people are left out because they don't have the certificate of grade 10, grade 12 in this country. There is too much grade 10, grade 12. So with Kathy now, grade 1, grade 2, grade 3, grade 4, grade 5, till grade 6, grade 7, you are welcome.
Wow.
You see, I wish I had that money to welcome all of you. You see, unfortunately, it's only my government, NTA, and anybody that is willing to help me to take up this apprenticeship program very serious. We need to do it very serious in this country because we have a lot of talented people out there, but just because of the qualification. Look at the street kids. I went there, I spoke to some of them last time, the beginning, the first lockdown. They don't want to be street kids. They don't want to be called street kids. You know? But if we take them in apprenticeship program and train them to make furnitures, they'll become somebody tomorrow. They'll become our future business ladies, business women. See,
so it's diamonds.
It's very, very important to the government or the nation in Namibia. We need to take apprenticeship very serious. So I am taking it very serious, and I'm starting with my deaf children that are at VTC. Thank you, VTC and NTA, for helping me.
So it's diamonds in the rough, really.
Oh yes, oh yes.
Great. Now, also, just tell us from in your opinion, how do you think vocational education, or how important is vocational education, and do you think in Namibia we have enough support, or there is enough support for that field?
I think we just, it's coming up now. People are understanding, but we need to make people understand. Because there is this thing that's making me very angry, guys. They think vocational education is for stupid people or for dumb people. No, sorry for the word, but vocational education is for smart people. people who think creative, innovative. See, we need more VTCs.
Yeah.
We need more College of the Arts, very talented people. And like what I'm always giving example is, even though this country doesn't have employment, at least the little, we need to train people to work on their own, to start on their own, to be able to make their small business, even in Havana, making small tables because they benefited it from vocational. And the good thing with vocational is they give loans. They get government loan. See?
Yeah.
So we need more artisans in this country. More female artisans are needed in this country, Namibia.
Now we have, Alusha is back. He's happy to hear that you want to pour out your knowledge and share the skills with others. Now, let's maybe quickly talk about sharing of or training and sharing what your knowledge with the rest of the people that are interested to learn from you. How important do you think that is in our society?
It's really, really important. For example, the kids or the students that come from vocational, things that they are taught in VTCs are not the one that is in the industry. Yeah. So mine is more on industrial joinery. You see, when I talk about my trade, let me specific and just talk about my trade, the carpentry way or the joinery part. So and that's why the schools or the vocationals came up with skills like for students to go to companies to look for skills. Because what they teach is not the same as the industry, and the VTCs need to meet up with the people, with the joiners or people like us, to join and teach what is in the industry. What makes me angry is, guys, I'm not happy with the curriculum of VTC. I'm saying it now because I go back every time. I don't know if other vocationals are doing it. They need to concentrate more on manufacturing now. They need to concentrate more on cupboards making, because that's what we are doing in this country more. Joiners are concentrating more on cupboards. So the VTCs and the people in the industry, us that are in the industry or business people, need to join. I'm not talking about electrical. I'm not talking about welders and such. I'm talking about joinery. I am not happy. They need to concentrate on manufacturing more, because our students are left out. You see a person is level 3, but when you tell him to do cutting list, the person doesn't know. Because then they need to join venture with us. It doesn't matter if it's NTA and VTC, the curriculum, they need to squeeze, they need to do something. Even if they need to call us to polish up something there. So I'm here. I can polish up.
Now, is it really just the industry that's lacking, or how do I phrase this? Is it really just the industry that needs to, or that's missing in helping or should the students also meet halfway?
No, the students need to go to companies. But then, like I explained to the beginning, that most companies like us, we are not willing, we are willing to take in the kids, but we don't have the necessary machineries also. See? Because one thing I've learned is, when you are at the small company, you learn more than you are at the big company. You see? When I was at my first company, they will make you sweep, they will make you do that. But then when they come to us,
that's not what you need.
we make them work. See? So the students need to go for in-service training also. Don't sit at home. When you get a break to go to in-service training, then you need to go. Just even if, I always tell them, are you looking for money or are you looking for skills? Don't come and tell me that you want to be paid how much. First, get the skills. You can even tell me you finished VTC level 3, but then I will ask you, where did you can even bring me 10 CVs that says, no, I work way. Practice make perfect. They need to know the job first. Then you can tell me you are a joiner. If you don't know how to do your cutting list, you need to know how to draw. And this they need to teach in vocational, how to draw kitchens. how to design kitchen, how to design a bedroom cupboards, even just a wardrobe, how to design it and how to do a cutting list. And I know some vocationals have started already. So they need skills. They need to go to the companies. Artisans need to visit companies. Then you can call yourself an artisan. And you don't need to rush to go start a business. First, go and get skills. 3, 4 years or 2 years.
Yeah.
Let's say 3 years is more. Then the 4th year, you can then now call yourself an entrepreneur, and then you can start your own business. Because without skills, you are not an artisan.
Now, while we are talking about that on starting business, you find a student just came out from college. You know, they so proud. I traded in what is it?
I graduated.
Yeah, I graduated.
And I traded. Yes, they do trade testing. Testing.
And then they start now already in the market charging, and then you use that cupboard will not even last for a longer period. But then I already paid a lot of money, and that's something that you cannot be repaired. What advice do you have to those that just start and really already milking the system?
And the pricing also.
Yeah.
I don't want to talk to my neighboring country guys that are around here. I don't want to mention the country, but they are really messing up. Every time I'm called, my kitchen was done by a guy from Wewe. I don't want to mention any country, but yeah, guys.
Yes, please don't. We'll be in trouble.
More practice is needed. I know everybody wants to be a boss. The industry is so overcrowded, but people are messing up people's cupboards. People are messing up people's kitchens. That's why you need to be in a company for a certain period. Don't concentrate on the money. Concentrate on practical. And that's what we need more. And the challenge also is with the vocational guys that are finishing. Startup Namibia need to look upon the students that are, if you guys can help us with machineries. And that's what is lacking. Machineries to start business is not easy. I was even lucky to be part of, I was helped by Ministry of Trade by then when our president was part of this. And I benefited from there. And the machineries are very expensive, and that's why most of people are just hustling, because they cannot start up a fixed company because, number one, no land, machineries. And that's what we are facing in this country. Land, equipments, biggest problem. Otherwise, we can make our industry to the top.
Right. Now, Startup Namibia is a project funded by the German government, and it's implemented by Startup Namibia, and it's implemented by GIZ in partnership with Ministry of Industrialization and Trade, City of Windhoek. And Startup Namibia really aims to improve the conditions of the establishments and growth of startups in Namibia, and that's what we are really focusing on. Soon we will have a center here in Windhoek, which is going to be called the base camp. You can see it right here behind me. So that's where that's where most of the stuff are really gonna happen. The maker space, where you're gonna have 3D printers to really help our startups get out there in the market and push out those ideas and to really make them profitable at the end of the day. Recently, Startup Namibia joined or partnered up with Future Females business school. So congratulations to all those that applied for, or that are now part of, or will be part of the Future Females business school, which is powered by Startup Namibia base camp, and that's powered by Startup Namibia. that's really something exciting, and it's really good to know that we have people that are really interested in learning and really coming up with businesses and turn them into a profitable into a profit-making business in future. Now, also we had a startup or COVID-19 startup grant, which went very well, but again, on top of that, or regarding that, there is something new and it's exciting that's coming up. So I really do advise our viewers and all the startups with great ideas and or already with existing businesses, but still in the upcoming or coming up, to keep an eye on our social media platforms to really, so you can be the first one to get that news and see how you can be assisted. Now, Kathy, we are almost done with our interview. I see time is running, and we have to be home by or before 8 o'clock. So practice makes perfect. That's knowledge is power. That is Gucci girl. Thank you for that support.
Representing
Kathy,
me in Rondo.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
All right. So that's one of your products.
Yeah.
And then so it's really all about everyone is commenting on that practice makes perfect, and really get those skills. Now, Kathy, we are at the end here. What advice would you like to give to business women and anyone else that planning to start?
I just want to tell them not to give up. Focus on what you do and keep God first. Always pray. And my aim is just to empower the youth of Namibia in vocational educations. Just to empower them to make people understand that business, vocational is not for dumb people. Vocational education is actually for smart people. So guys, enroll yourself. It's almost that time. Grade 12, grade 10. Go enroll yourself in vocationals. If you really want to be an entrepreneur, if you want really to become to be an artisan, then you need to go to vocational, any nearest vocational. And my dream is still to empower the unskilled people, uneducated people with apprenticeship program. Those that are left out, those that did not make it to grade 10 and grade 12, and those that, even disabled people, street kids. And I want to concentrate more on street kids and disadvantaged children from, and deaf kids that I'm having now.
Now, all right. Thank you very much, Kathy, for that inspirational talk, and really inspiring those that were thinking, oh no, it's as a joiner, it's a dirty job, and so I really also got inspired by what you just said now, because you really even speak it with so much passion. And
yes, more women, females come on board.
Yeah,
let's beat the guys. Let's have more female carpenters, and that's make it very sweet.
Yeah, really to just make the market more diverse.
Yeah.
Right. Now, we are done with our interview. Now on to the exciting part of what I just announced earlier. We have, actually it was already taken by one of our viewer last week on the show, but he was so generous. That's Bombashi Weather. He was so kind to say no. Maybe give it to someone else. So now here is your chance. It's a game, Swift 30 by Afro Print Line. We had her on our show last week, and so this is a prize we are giving away today. All you have to do, but here is a catch. It's Swift 30, so let's play it now on the show. So what you'd have to do, I'll do a countdown, throw in a question. The very first comment, very first correct comment takes this prize, and you're gonna enjoy it. I know we are now all home and not moving around a lot due to the COVID-19 restrictions. So this will really be great, and it's a local game. So everything in here, it's things you know, proudly Namibian. Yes. So we will do the countdown. Now the question is, or in 3, 2, 1, tell us where Startup Namibia's new offices are located. The location. It's all we need. It's all we need. Not the town. The address, actually the physical address. Where is Startup Namibia offices located in Windhoek? And do you have a countdown? Right. The very first comment wins. Yeah. So this is really a very beautiful game, and it's locally made, proudly Namibian. I can even open, or maybe let me not open it. So do we have a winner yet? Where is Startup Namibia offices located? All right. Okay. While we are maybe waiting for our first for our winner, Kathy, what else would you like to share with the viewers?
Kindly like my page on Facebook, Kathy's Joinery and Renovation CC, and share to your friends, guys. There's a lot of goodies. There's a lot of beautiful stuff, ladies. Your handbag cupboards, shoe racks. Stop putting the shoes in the boxes. Kathy's here. Kathy's here, and we are having COVID-19 special going on. So 40% discount. Like, yeah. So what you do is we charge you 40% on your material cost. Wow. You see, that's 20% discount of all our products till December.
Wow. Okay, that's excellent. That's exciting news. You heard it from Kathy Namunjebo. So we have a winner. That's Elizabeth Goddess. We are, of course, we are situated in the corner of Dr. Franz Indongo and John Maynard Street. So congratulations to Elizabeth Goddess. And by the way, she's really our biggest fan of Campfire. So congratulations to you. Please do send us your details in our inbox, and we will gladly, so we can now take it further and inform you on how to get your prize.
Let's all be safe.
So that is all we have for tonight's show.
Be safe, guys.
Join us again next Thursday, same time, same place. From all of us here in studio, thank you very much, Kathy, for coming. So it's good night.
Distance. Put your mask.